Alright. Finally got a stream going. After it took me 50... Well, I don't think anyone's in here right now. But if they come to this part, which they might not, but they might, welcome to my stream. Please like, subscribe, and, I mean, if you read the thumbnail, which you probably did, or didn't, doesn't really matter. I don't care. I'm building trains for my train game. And now you get to see a sneak peek of the part of the new update that's coming. Steam engine. That's like actually decent. It's cool. And it looks nice. Has details. Has good details. It's probably one of my best Steam engines compared to this thing. The whatever this is. And you can barely see the fireboxes in this one. You know, you can see where it is, but enough about these engines. We gotta get to work on this engine, also known as the Better SD40E. I don't know why I named it that. It's probably just so I remember. But pretty much, we have to make this thing. And because, like, yeah, it's used on Horseshoe Curve apparently, or in Horseshoe, or pretty much. Never mind. It's just used. Okay, it's cool, and it looks decent so far. So let's just start building. So glad we hit 100 subscribers. It's pretty nice. It's been years, and I finally hit 100. But hey, at least I hit it. You know, I'm happy about that. Now we're gonna go for 200 and 300 and 400. I probably won't get that far, mainly because, like, I don't know. But it'd be nice if my game did start doing better too. But hey, you know what? I'm glad. I already got over 200 visits. That's a really good spot for me right now. And yeah. Now we have to, I guess, talk about how I'm making this. So pretty much what we're gonna do right now is we gotta make the floor, I guess, in a way. So where is the primary part? Right here. We got the base. This looks really good so far. We got the fuel thingy. Fuel tank. That's what it is. Now we gotta work. What's a good image? That works. So we gotta make steps. I don't know what the side looks like. So, okay, so it's just a square. Alright, so steps. Steps. So we gotta move this up here, and let's make a half stud like that. Gonna get that up here. I think 1.5 should be good. And then we're gonna want to do something like this. And then move it up a bit more. Do something like that. Might actually move it a bit more in, or not, size it so it's a bit smaller. 1.5 stud should be good. And that will let me make the steps. So we got steps, almost. In a second we'll have steps. We got steps. Yay. I never thought we'd ever have steps in for this train ever. Wow. Pretty much. My plan is get at least some of this loco done. Could be the front or whatever. I really don't care. As long as some of it gets done. And we already have the steps. And now we need the nose of the engine. Actually, steps should probably be a bit higher. It should be fine. I'll adjust it as I go. So, when you make the nose, you need to set this color to black, because that is the color of the nose. And, alright. So I'm going to delete that part, just to make it easier for me to move it through here. 4 studs good for the nose. Well, what should I even have? Don't know how, like, long I want this out. Maybe, like, yeah, it looks nice. Might move this down a bit. I feel like that's good right there. So the nose kind of curves in a bit with the wedge. I guess I don't know. So if I get a wedge, oh, that's a way too much rotation. I don't know. Is this good? Okay, that's good. So let's put the wedge over here. Let's. Okay. So now that we have the layout of the nose, I guess we could say, since we have that done. Wait, let me see. Okay, so we have to. It has to touch like that. 25. All right, so that works. Yeah, it's a pretty good nose design so far. Actually, that looks really good. So there's stripes and then like a dash in a way. Let me think of something real quick. Because I want to test something. If I size these down to like here, what would that cover? Because it only covers so much. I think that'd be good. So if I turn this into a union, ta-da, union. And then toolbox, my decals. Oh, that is not at all what I expected. That looks horrid. How could I fix it? Oh, can I make it like... How could I face? Oh, this probably work. Oh wait, no, that should be the side it's on. So we need top, I think, right? Yeah. Is there a way to rotate it? Or no? Like, I don't know. So that doesn't work. How could I get this to work? Well, let's see. Let's do some testing, because, like, that's very fun. Well, maybe not test. Oh, whatever. Let's get this. That's the logo, right? If we just, like, destroy it, I guess, by separating this. Turn this into a union. And put that there. Oh. And then, oh, no, this needs to come... That, and then... Did I... Right, so I have no idea what just happened. Is there a way I could, like... How would I only do, like, half of it? It's a problem. Cat. I can't do half of it. I guess I could just, like... Yeah, I will. I'm just gonna make it... Wasn't it 3.5, the rotation, or something like that? No idea what the rotation was. I'm just gonna do 0.5 now. Set that up. It's a bit too much. About 1.5. Does that work? Perfect. Alright. So what I want to do is I want to flatten this a lot. Like a lot. Like that. Then what we want to do is we want to do this. And then now that you have it so flat, you can just change the color. Oh, it is. Let me actually make it a bit more brighter. Alright, so it has 5 lines. It's 5 lines. So I might have to make these a bit smaller. And there's 5 lines. Alright, so we got the 5 lines. Next, what we're going to do, I have no idea what the rotation is on this. Is there a properties tab I can open? Is there maybe it's 21? Would be maybe the rotation? Oh wait, that might actually be correct. Well, so if I... Nice. I guess I have to move that down there. Alright, that works pretty well. So let's look at this thing again. And really need to take in all of the aspect. So there's a white nose. And so that's, or it's not, it's technically a black nose with white paint on it. I don't know. But should yeah. So alright. So that's okay, I understand it now. We are good. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna 90 and make it do a 180. And then we're gonna do 21, which would set it back to normal, and then we're gonna do that again. Oh, 1. And then we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna do 90. Alright. So we got that. Then we're gonna wanna do 180. Well, then that'd make 207. The max I can do is 90? Oh no, I can just... Oh no, max is 180. If I did 207, it would let me completely. Alright, 180 does nothing, I just realized. 90. Alright, oh. Maybe it's 45? Oh no, it's 21. Alright, so we did that. Does that match up? Yes, it does. So, yeah. Now we have the nose of the loco. That's like a horse. Oh, thank God it's welded. Oh. Alright. So we got plastic as a material now, so it's back to, I guess, something. Alright, so what we're going to do... we could probably move that up a bit. Yeah, that looks nice. So there you go. We got the front of the loco. With the horse and everything. And we have pretty much everything up here. Besides the railings over here. So let's do that. So it's up. So we're going to take this railing part thingy. And we're just going to... Okay. Has this also? How tall is that? 1.75. But we're probably gonna up that up a bit because it's a bit taller. And then we're gonna think that fits, right? Yeah. So this, how tall is that? 3. Alright, that's perfect. And then I'm guessing I can just do like a, yeah, and 90 degrees. Alright, so now that we have that, we can just move that over here, size this back a bit. I'm pretty sure that's good for the sizing, right? No. Now it should be good. Yep, so we got the railing. Do I want it to be the high? It kind of looks weird being that high. I might size it down to be 2.5. So, size this down. Alright, so, yeah, it looks a bit better. So now that we have all that, we just gotta copy and paste it, which is quite easy. Very easy, in fact. I'm just gonna do it like this, which is quite literally what I just, okay, you know, I'm just gonna stop talking. Well, actually, no, I can't stop talking, because if I stop talking, then there'd be nothing to, like, I guess, okay, where is this gonna go? There'd be nothing to, like, I don't know, to keep people on the stream. It's kind of a major part of streaming, you have to talk. So we got the front area done, which arguably doesn't look that bad. So now we just need to do the cab area. Door. So let's see. Probably get a wall. Like right here. And then color that like that. And then it's gonna be that tall. So it's like, alright. So got that tall. I'm just gonna make this around 6 studs tall. I'm gonna make it 6.5. Sure, yeah. It's a 6.5 studs tall. And then we're just going to move this down to here. And now we have the railings attached to something in a way. So where's this lead to? Alright, so then... Oh. Right there. And then we're going to need to move this up, or not up, down. Get down there. And then there. How many windows? There's only 2, right? Yeah, 1, 2. And they're like fancy, I guess. I don't know. So it's 3.75, yeah. Because this is also 3.75. Yep. There you go, Google. So, alright. Now you just need to do that. Should be just a huge wedge. And then another wedge. Okay, yeah, That would look pretty nice. Oh, that looks, eh. Yeah, that looks good. So, we're going to want to rotate this. 180. And next we're going to want to take that. So I'm pretty sure it's 1.5 studs tall. No, it's 1.25. Or 1 stud tall. I forgot. 1 stud. Alright. So we got that. Now we just need to add the windows. And also the middle part. So this is 5.5. So half of that would be 2.25. Alright. So wait, no, it would be, and that's if we gave it some space as well, which we probably will, or no, we will, because, yeah, we need a spot for the window, so we're not going to keep it just like square like that. We're going to make it look nicer, and we're just going to, let's check something. There's like a tiny, like, let's raise this up a little. Do that. Like that. Raise it up to there. Then we're on to 0.75. Alright, so pretty much, actually I'm going to make that a bit smaller. We're going to put that in every corner of every window. Well, at least in the front. I don't know about the sides. It might be on the sides. I don't really know. Alright, and okay, that looks very wrong. I think I made this a bit too high. Move everything down by that much. And then I guess that looks a bit nicer. Still could be a bit wider though. Can we do 0.125? Well, no, I kind of want to keep that the same. So maybe I move it down by 1 more. Like, I guess that might work. Oh. I guess that works. Unless it's more of just a straight, like, I mean, oh wait, yeah, oh, this is probably a lot better. Yeah, it's a lot better. Might want to resize it back up now, because now it just kind of looks a bit smushed. I should just, yeah. Now it looks more rectangular, I guess. And also very much smushed. So 6 studs tall. And then I'll just take all these. And then these. And yeah. Looks good enough. And next, the glass. Which is just glass. Just quite easy to replicate. So, to make it so it doesn't look weird, I'm just gonna do a tiny little size down. So now, it doesn't look weird. It looks normal. And there's glass. So next we're gonna want to add the doors and also the overhead thing right there. Probably the ditch lights too, and the headlights. Well, pretty much all headlights. You get the idea. So, got the windows, now I need the door. Technically, the doors have windows. So, it's probably gonna follow the same design as the windows did. So this was just gonna be so this over here would just be a normal window. Like quite literally. And save on parts so this thing doesn't lag like crazy. Just gonna do that. And then this, yeah, it's around the same height, except a bit deeper, but should be fine. Alright, now I'm actually going to make it a bit deeper. Because I feel like it just gives more depth if it's deeper. Which kind of makes sense. Because its depth is like deepness in a way. Okay, yeah, you get the idea. So, that looks a lot better if I just... And put that here. Yeah, now that looks a lot better. So, take this and I'm just going to duplicate it on the other side. That looks nice. This one, on the other hand, though, I'm going to turn off collisions. I'm just going to rename it to door. Because it's a door, in fact. So now we need to work on the headlight area thingy up there. Well, actually, first I'm just going to add a little detail. I don't really know what's there. But it's just a little box I keep seeing, so... This is a huge, like, revamp compared to this thing. Like, this was the old NS SD40E. And this is the newer one so far. Like, that just looks a lot better. Like, this one, a lot better. That one, you know, doesn't look too bad, but this one really looks nice. This one, you know, not too bad. This one looks a lot better than what it used to look like. This was its old model. Like, when I started making the engines, I was like, well, I'll make an Amtrak. But anyways, back to the front. So there's wedges. So, wedge. So this is going to be where the headlight rests. And also the number plates are. I'm thinking if I size it, or where does this actually go from? So it goes from around, so 7.5. So I need 0.125 for the scaling. How do I could just that works. Alright, so we got the board thingy. So let's get rotation be 21. Then actually first I'm just gonna it's gonna be flat like that. And then you're gonna get surface GUI. Then once you get surface GUI, we're gonna get the text label. Bring it to the left. Left where? Oh. And then I have to get rid of background. And then that would be 1, 0, 1, 0. And does this actually do anything? No, I think it's just for GUIs. I don't know. Unless. Okay. Context border. Yeah, it's like right there. But that looks a lot nicer. Alright, so if I do alright, so it's not really getting any closer than it already is, but I think it's good enough. We're gonna base it at 6304. 6304. 6304. Scale it. It's kind of just like the standard text. So if I plop it onto here, it doesn't look half bad. Forgot that each like wedge has its own different little like rotation thingy kind of. So 5 because it might be in there. I think, yeah, that's good. And then the orientation is 15.15. No, not 15.15. 15.5. And then there she goes. Okay, there we go. Got part of the headlight, kind of. Next, we're gonna need to do. Just gonna need to do some things now, like stuff that matters. Naming that light in a certain way, putting it to a certain color, getting it to a certain material, and giving it a spotlight. Top. This probably is the back. Nope, top, back, front. Be the right. Alright, so that now that we have the right, the light, size this down. That should be a good size. Okay, I might size this down a bit. Yeah, that works. Alright, and then we got those headlights. Yay. And then there's headlights down there too. The ditch lights. So we're gonna do that. So they're right by the second. Yay, we got lights on a tree. Alright, well I think that's enough for today. It was pretty good what we made so far. Please like, subscribe, and see you in another video, live stream, whenever.